All right, everyone, welcome to Sunday Night Bites, our weekly session of late night fishing fun here on DSPGaming. This week, we're on Lake Hamilton, I believe. Our first tipper of the night, AK, had requested, said, hey, can we do some trout fishing? And I was looking, there's only 2 lakes in the game that have trout. This is one of them. So I said, let's do that, right? Let's do some trout and let's go from there. So there you go. That's why we're here, and that's where we're starting. Let's see here. Dime just did a super chat saying it's been a while. Hope things are going all right. I would say they're going all right. At least tonight I'm not overheated and sweating. So, little story as we drive out here. It became autumn here in Washington State of the United States about 2 weeks ago. Officially it became autumn, okay? And we had actually were supposed to have autumn weather. I took all my air conditioners out of my home. I had to. I mean, I spent so much money the month before on air conditioning. I'm not even kidding. I told you guys this morning. I'll say it again. $400 electric bill for last month that I just paid. I was like, oh my God, there's absolutely positively no way I can keep paying that. I have to take these air conditioners out of the window now. So I did. And, you know, I'm expecting it to be fall weather, right? Why wouldn't it be? It's autumn now. And what ends up happening? We have 3 days of summer weather again. Out of nowhere. It's not even like a heat wave. It's just happening. Like, what? We just had the longest summer ever. Like, it's in recorded history. We just had here in Washington, I think it was 9 or 10 days above 90 degrees Fahrenheit, which is the hottest streak we've ever had here in the state. Last year, we had the record highest day on one day, but this year we had the most amount of heat. Okay? So, it was absolutely killing me. All right? And I'm like, okay, take the air conditioners out. Then we have 80-degree weather today. And here's the problem when you have 80-degree weather, okay? When you have 80-degree weather outside, in this office, unless I have air conditioning, okay, it becomes so hot in the afternoon that it actually becomes like an oven. Like, I've described it before as a clay oven. So imagine having an actual room made of, like, clay or adobe, and there's no ventilation. It just sits there with the sun beating on it in the afternoon. That's what my office is like. And so it's 80 degrees outside. It's about 100 degrees in here. So earlier today, I was doing the podcast and I was feeling sick. And I actually told you guys I'm not feeling good. I went on my break and I was feeling sick to my stomach. I had a splitting headache because it was too hot in here. So I actually grabbed a Coca-Cola. And I never drink soda. I almost never drink soda anymore. I've basically taken it out of my diet. We had them in the fridge. I was like, you know what? On a whim, I'll just have one. It made me feel better. I think the reason is because it kind of energized me, gave me a little bit of sugar. And I think what it was a combination of the fact that the heat was really getting to me and just sucking the energy out of me. But also probably my blood sugar was low, which is weird because I definitely ate breakfast today like I usually do, and I never have a problem with that. But I think my blood sugar was really low for some odd reason. So anyway, earlier today it was a rough time. When I finally had my Coke, I was feeling better. But then about the last hour of playing The Evil Within, again, I was feeling sick. I was like, oh, God, it's too hot in here. I just couldn't take it. So, I was happy I was able to air this office out for a couple of hours during the break. Now the sun is down. It is black as night outside. It is very cool. And the office is cooling down. So we're going to have a nice chill night here fishing. I'm very excited for this, as opposed to the insane heat. But the problem is, the game seems loud? Okay. The problem is, tomorrow we have another day of heat. Yeah. Tomorrow, we have one more day of heat before it all ends. It's going to be 80 degrees again tomorrow. Then, after that, it's going to be mid to low 70s or even in the 60s every day moving forward. We're going to get a lot of clouds. We're going to get rain, which is what we need. That's autumn weather. We had the driest summer here as well that we've ever had. And we need this fall weather to come in for the health of everything here. So, really hoping it hits. But anyway, that's how I'm feeling. I'm chill. I'm ready to have a good time with all of you. And cool down here tonight. And there's another tip here. You guys give me a second here. Let's maybe, you know what? You know, because sometimes they fish tend to hide in these like grass areas. Oh, they won't let me go there. I thought I could drive over it because it's grass. They're like, no, it's like a rock. No, it's not. It's not a rock, but whatever. They won't let me go there. If you're gonna find a nice place to fish, let's see. Maybe the inlet over there. Maybe we keep going. Okay. Really? Spectre says, I live on the East Coast. Sorry, in the 40 degrees by me. Oh my God. Where do you live? I'm just curious. You don't have to tell me if you don't want. I don't want you to dox yourself on the internet or anything. But if you want to tell me, like, maybe the region. I'm just curious. It's been so fucking hot here. Alright, Choco Boko has to be $5. It's time to enjoy some curry and fishing stream. We're having some delicious curry. That's yummy. I love curry. And I wasn't a fan until just a few years ago. Here we go. Here's your animation, by the way. Thank you, Choco Boko. Oh, by the way, hold on. First of all, I owe AK an animation. I forgot to play him the animation. AK, here you go. Thank you so much for your contribution tonight. Enjoy seeing me get slimed. There you go. Very good. So thank you, AK. Curry is good. And, you know, there's all these different kinds of curries I never knew of either. I always thought that there was only Indian curry. No, there's tons of different kinds of curries. I really enjoy Japanese curry now, too. With, like, katsu chicken and Japanese curry. Oh, it's good. So I'm glad to hear that you're enjoying a nice curry, Chocoboko. Thank you for the tip. Here's your animation. There you go. Incredibly disturbing. One of the most disturbing things you can ever see. All right. Continue. Yes, this is GTA 6. That is correct. This is definitely GTA 6 tonight that we're playing. So, can I hook the left here that I wanted to hook? Are they going to let me? Or are they going to say this is the artificial end? I think they're going to let me. Nope. Seriously, they're not going to let me. Oh, you son of a... I guess I'll try here. I wanted to go further that way, then they blocked the lake. Spooky fish? What the hell is a spooky fish? What is a spooky fish? I don't think I've ever... I mean, maybe the angler fish. That thing's like at the bottom of the ocean, but this is freshwater fishing. I don't think we're going to find any spooky fish tonight. Okay. Let's try a few things. Let's try this one. Yes, I went fishing in real life with my dad when I was a kid. Mostly freshwater. Once saltwater. But mostly freshwater. Let's sink a little bit. I don't really see any... Oh! Shit! I almost missed it, thinking, oh, there's nothing here, and there's a giant fish. That thing is really big. This is good. Our first catch of the night could be a big one. If we get him. Be patient. We must tire out the fish. Right? Oh, boy. Oh, boy. He's, like, patrolling back and forth, you see? What kind is it? Is it a walleye? It might be a walleye. I don't think that's a trout. Come on. Come on. Oh, he's a pain. He's a real pain. He doesn't want to come over here. What's my favorite holiday? Probably Christmas, I would say. Well, Halloween's also fun. I've had more fun Halloween with you guys on streams in the last several years that we've done a Halloween event than I ever had in real life when I was a kid. When I was a kid, my Halloweens never really worked out too well. There we go. Is that a walleye? I think it's a walleye. I told you I'm getting an eye for this now. I'm starting to recognize all the fish and everything. Who sings the song Mississippi Queen? Man, I can't remember. I can't remember. I know the song. I don't remember who sings it. I've never been camping. No, I've never been out camping before. Oh, my God. Come on. No. I did get the strike, but I have, like, absolutely no attachment to this fish because of a poor strike. So this fish is going to snap this line unless I'm insanely careful. He's a fighter, too. But no, I've never been camping. Not once. I probably would have enjoyed it, honestly. I probably would have liked camping, like, with my dad. Because I really liked fishing with him. Oh, it's like a baby walleye. Look at that. A cute little baby walleye. Okay. By the way, since we're talking about Halloween, I mean, duh, why not bring this up? You guys have the ability to nominate games for the upcoming Halloween Marathon event. Type !Halloween into the stream chat right now. The command will come up, and you can click on it. It'll take you to the page where you can nominate games. Now, in addition, you can vote on the type of costume you'd like to see me wear during that event as well. All you got to do is type !Costume into the stream chat, and then the link will pop up. You click on that link, and then you can vote there as well. Please do if you have not yet. Nice. My Chiking sandwich, which, by the way, doesn't exist anymore because they don't sell the Chiking at Burger King anymore, says, I fished Lake Erie for walleye. I caught about 20 of them. The lake is nuts for those. Lake Erie, huh? Whoa! Is that another walleye? This might be walleye central right here, where we are. This is another quite big one, I think. Looks pretty large. It's a good start. This is seriously a much better start than last week. Last week I couldn't catch anything. This week we're off to a very good start. Have I ever dressed up as a Street Fighter character? I have not. No. Ah. Come on. He's getting closer. He's getting tired. I'm tired of. Oh, yeah, big ass splash. Look at that. You little fighter. Oh, man. I almost have no hook strength here. Come on. Or line strength, excuse me. Come on. Come on. This is a big fight to not get it. Oh, don't get stuck behind the boat. Nice. An even bigger walleye. Very good. 13-pounder this time. The other one was 12. Walleye. I'll keep going here for a little bit longer. I mean, we're catching a lot of fish. Why not? How do you talk to fish? You drop it a line. Thank you for that pun and silly joke, Monster Burger. Are you reading out of a joke book or something? There you go. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa. Oh, that's a tease. They went for it and they didn't bite. That's a big tease. Jade, what's going on? How you doing tonight, Jade? Oh, no. How you doing tonight, Jade? How's it going? Thank you for the support yesterday. I appreciate that. Barracudas? There are no barracudas in this game. I don't know. Barracudas are saltwater, right? They're not freshwater. Yeah, this is only freshwater fishing. Bassmaster. Nah. Would I ever try fast food fish? I've tried it before. Fast food fish, you're not looking for anything tasty or good. You're just looking for something to fill your stomach, you know? A fucking grease sponge. Filet of fish at McDonald's is... You don't even taste fish. You know? Okay. Whoa, that's glitchy, flora there. Nothing over here. What happened? Is fly fishing similar to regular fishing? Well, isn't it true that fly fishing, you're always using a fly that simulates the movement of the natural prey or of the fish? For example, this is probably simulating a small fish. There's ones that simulate frogs, bugs, etc. Or you can use live bait, which is really a meal for that fish. And obviously that's realistic, right? But I don't think there's live bait in this game, because what would be the point? I don't think that they use live bait at Bassmaster, you know, the competition. I think they just use flies, right? Am I right? It's just fly fishing. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure they don't use live bait. Lily pads. I haven't seen those in a while. The geese are loud, are they? Oh, the cat just gave a cheesy joke. He says, "Why did the fish get bad grades? Because it was below sea level." There you go. Shaving a haircut 2 bits. If you're wondering why I'm yawning, it's because it's really stuffy in here. Even though the temperature has gone down, the air is still kind of very stuffy from earlier. So unless we get a day that's cool air and rain with clouds, this office is going to be very stuffy, man. I tried to air it out during the break, but it doesn't necessarily work that well. Why do I get a feeling this is a small fish, but it's just a fighter? Oh, look at this guy. Oh, he's cool. Which one is that? That is the tiger muscalone. He is cool. Kind of looks like almost like eel, right? A long guy. Muhammad says, last time that my wife made fish, she left the bone in the meat. Some people do that. I guess some people think that just like the same premise with other meats. If you leave the bones in, it retains more flavor and moisture. If you take the bones out, you're losing something. So, but the problem then is when you eat it, you gotta be careful about eating around the bones. You don't eat the bones and impale yourself, you know, your innards. That's not good. Nosy Real Vibe says, what is a seafood you never had before you want to try for the first time? See, let me think. It's like escargot. I've never had it, but I also have no desire to try snails. That's doesn't sound very good to me. I never had oysters, but I also don't really care about. They look pretty slimy and disgusting to me, so I don't think I would want them. Good evening, Derek. How are you? I think I would like to try more kinds of fish, not shellfish, but real fish. Like the only catfish I've ever had was this fried catfish from a local place that just opened recently, and I thought it was pretty good. But I think I would like to actually have like real catfish as a dinner. You know what I mean? Instead of just like a fried basket, like actually a presentation that's like a formal entree or something. I'd like to try that. I've had octopus. I've had it in takoyaki. Yes, takoyaki balls. It's a Japanese cuisine. It's a Japanese street food that they sell as like appetizers at restaurants. And I've had it and it's really good. I actually like the octopus in takoyaki. That's the thing about octopus. It's something that needs other things to complement the flavor. Because it's very chewy. And it does have a fishy taste. But if it has other things to complement it, like for example in a takoyaki, it's a little, almost like a hush puppy. Alright? But it's a unique kind of breading that they use. Then usually what they do is they put some kind of a sauce, a sweet sauce on it. And then they have these tobiko flakes, which is smoked salmon. So they put those on top. So it's all these things with the takoyaki. You know, the octopus is in that. You eat it all together. You just bite it, so you're getting everything in one bite, and it tastes really good together. I don't know if I would just sit there and eat just the octopus by itself. You know, I don't know. Maybe I would, maybe I won't. Jay says, my favorite tip animation so far of this holiday season that I've got for Halloween is the Here's Johnny. It's the $5 level, where I look like Jack Nicholson from The Shining, and then I also look like Shelley Duvall from The Shining, and it's up for debate which is scarier actually. I think that the Shelley Duvall is pretty freaking scary. It's like a mutant. Have you guys? I'm trying to think if you've seen all the animations now. I think you did. The $5 is Here's Johnny. The $10 is Ghostbusters. The $20 is me as Christopher Lee's Dracula. Christopher Lee playing Dracula from like a Hammer horror flick. Oh, the $30 one is me as Ripley from Alien 3 being attacked by an alien. So that one's really fucking disturbing. And then the $50 one is me as Lady Dimitrescu from Resident Evil 8 Village. And then on the Super Chat side, the $5 one is me as that whole cast of Resident Evil 1. And the $10 one... What's the $10? Oh, God! Whoa! Holy shit! I missed it. Did you see the fucking size of that fish? Did you see that monster? That's got to be the biggest fish I've ever seen in the game. We've got to try to catch that. That was insane. That was absolutely nuts. It was so big, it took up the whole camera. So let's try that again. Let's absolutely try that again. I can't remember what the other animation is for Super Chat. There's a second Halloween Super Chat animation that was a new one. But I can't remember what the hell it is. Let's try again. Let's see if we can get its attention a few times here as it swims around. Let's let our lure sink a little bit. Okay, I think I did see your email about the PC. I had no time to look at it. First of all, I'm not desperate for a PC. I don't have my PC's not breaking. The hard drive's having some issues, but it's not like destroyed. I'm not desperate for a PC right now. I appreciate the offer of you offering me an old PC that you don't want anymore, but I don't think I need it right now. You know, that's why I didn't ask. But I appreciate you're saying, oh, here's an email, here's an old PC I can give you. Like, I don't really need that right now. As I told everyone, if I'm gonna get one, I would want to get a new one to future-proof. rather than get something that's just like for example, if this PC starts having major issues, okay, if it's not, if we're having glitches, crashes every day, technical issues, then yes, absolutely, I'd appreciate that, and I'd probably take you up on the offer. All right, but as of now, it's still working. You know, we talked earlier this year about the possibility of getting a new PC. It's not going to happen right now, but hopefully it will this, you know, maybe this year, early next year. But I would want to get something new, so that way I can improve my setup and future-proof and do all kinds of fun new stuff. So, yeah, that's why I didn't reply, because I looked at it, I was like, well, first of all, I don't even know if anything here is good. I have no clue. I'm not a tech guy. I have to look it up. And I was like, yeah, but I'm not even really... Is that it? Oh, God, that could be it again. See it? I think that's it. It looks like it went slightly to the right. Yeah, I think that was it over there. So we have to try to go slightly more to the right now. It is around here. There it is. There's that beast that's hiding in the reeds. The beast in the reeds. Oh, come on. Snag my ass. Yo, yeah. Thank you, Jade. I appreciate that. And Derek says there's bigger fish than even this one. That's pretty crazy. We gotta find... the biggest one I caught was like 82 pounds or something insane. Oh, shit. What is that? Come on. Bite this fucking thing. Bite it. Come on. He won't bite it. Maybe it's the wrong lure. Let's try the other kind, right? We have two kinds. He won't bite this one. So it's right in front of it. Teases me. Doesn't fucking bite it. Do I know any songs by Weezer? Geez, let's see. Say It Ain't So, Beverly Hills. Say It Ain't So or Beverly Hills are the two that come to mind on the top of my head. Coda says he doesn't want that baby lure. It's funny. Is it still hot there? No. But the office is stuffy. It's not hot anymore, but it's very stuffy from earlier. Oh, I used the wrong lure? Oh, I used the same one again. I'm so stupid. I'm so dumb. No, it cooled down, but the office is still stuffy because the door's closed and everything. Tomorrow, it's going to be 80 degrees again. So I have one more day to suffer through, and then after that, it'll be cool. It'll be cool fall weather. Oh, this sucks. I know he's out here. Alright, get this out of there. Remember, guys, the many ways you can support the stream tonight. If you're watching this on demand on YouTube, simply liking the video or leaving a comment, starting some conversation, helps a lot. You can always look at the description of the video. You can leave a super thanks. You could tip me with the link in the description. If you're watching this live on stream today, so many ways you can support by liking this stream. If we get 100 likes, I'll blow some silly bubbles for you. It helps with engagement of this stream for sure. You know, a super chat, a super sticker, a membership, gifting a membership to a fellow viewer, tips, all appreciated. You know, tips would be the best because we are trying to hit the hat goal. Hit $100, we get the fisherman's hat going, and we add on a new lure to the hat, which would be really sweet if we did. Bite it! He won't bite it. Come on, that was it. That was a giant one. He won't bite it. Jeez. Whoa! Whoa! Okay. Okay, now we're in business. Heartbeat. You hear that? That means it's a giant fish. Whenever you hear a heartbeat, that means it's a monster. Alright, come on. Keep them close. Come on. Oh, he's straight on my hook. He's big. He's big. He's so big the camera's blurring for some reason. I don't know why. At first I thought it was my vision, but I looked at the rest of the screen. Everything's sharp. It's just the camera's blurry. Weird. Come on. Ugh. Well, he's fighting. He's fighting. He's a fighter. Oh! Come on. Oh, man. Come on. Thank you. Someone just tipped me. Thank you for the tip. Oh, my God. Oh, man. I gotta be so careful not to strain it. Because I have, like, no leeway right now. Come on. He's a pain. Usually fish tire and then you can just reel him in. This guy's not tiring. It's like he has endless stamina. Look, there he goes again. He's pulling away again. He's got to be a monstrous beast to have this much energy And then in addition to that, with that heartbeat going, it means it's going to be a rare fish I want. What is this thing? Oh my god. I can't get... Yo! This is the hardest fish I've ever caught in the game. I can't get him to come near the boat. He will not come near the boat. Look. He will not come over here. Oh my god. What a vicious struggle. Get out there and beat it with a frying pan at this point. Shoot it with a gun. This is insanity. This fish does not want to be caught. Wow. He swam all the way out there. He wants me to give up. He wants me to tire is what it is. Come on, come to the boat. Yes. What is it? Oh my god, that's huge. A 42-pound Chinook salmon. That is a beaut. And he's singing. Look, he's singing. I want to sing about the moon and the June and the spring. I want to sing. Very nice. Very good. That was a fight. He did not want to get caught. Damn. All right. Thank you so much. Who tipped me? From Shia. Shia has tipped me $5. Did you hear about the fishing tournament controversy? A team was caught stuffing their fish with weights and fish fillets to win. No. I did not hear this. This is getting... Things are getting out of control. We've got esports people wearing Crocs to the event, which you can't do. We've got accusations of professional, high-end pro chess players having butt beads in their bunghole that vibrate, and someone cheating to tell them when to make moves with vibrating butt beads. And now we've got stuffing your fish with fillets and like what is going on? Why does everyone suddenly want to cheat in the whole world? I don't get it. Throw him back. Why am I going to throw him back? He's having a nice conversation with me. Look, he's talking. I think that was the one. I think that was the one that we saw at the giant one. So that was pretty cool. 42-pounder. It's been a while since we caught a really big fish like that. Sweet. That's definitely a keeper, by the way. All right. All right. Expandong. I'm not talking about that anymore. There's no point. I spent an entire day on it yesterday. I'm a complete waste of everyone's time. I'm not wasting any time talking about it anymore. So, okay. Yeah, that would be a delicious salmon. I agree with you. I like salmon. I like salmon in many different ways. I've had it many different ways. One of the best ways I had it is at a local restaurant out here. They actually coat it with like a chipotle, like a blackened breading. It has a crazy, like a good amount of spice to it. It's pretty good. It's a little smoky, but it's got spice. It's really tasty. And if only salmon wasn't expensive. I mean that because like if it wasn't, I'd probably eat it all the time. But salmon's pretty pricey, so I can't really eat it that often. It's basically like I eat it every once in a while when I can afford it. But it's not something that I can do all the time. It's just too pricey. Let's see here. Derek said I listened to a Weezer song. You know that pork and beans. I eat my candy with pork and beans. Never heard that one. Oh, come on. What's up, Tyrone? Good evening. God damn this fucking stupid thing. I'm being told Chinook is actually the largest kind of salmon that there is. It's the giant fish. It's pretty cool. No, I never had a singing fish. You're thinking about the big mouth Billy Bass, right? The robot ones. They used to sing. The fake ones you put on your wall and they would sing when you touch the button. No, I never had one. I saw them all in stores. They used to be like really popular. So they were all over stores all over the place at one point. But I haven't never had one. I haven't seen them in a long time either. Egg shooters and salmon and rice is really good. Now I'm hungry. It's delicious. Absolutely. Okay. Well, I might have cleared this area out, actually. If you take a look, I don't really see anything else, right? Maybe the big one. I got the big one. That's it. Maybe I should move on. I think I might. I think we got the biggest one we're going to get in this area. Let's see here. Mostly real vibes. I don't know. He's asking me Would you rather be on a cruise liner or a submarine if there was a zombie apocalypse? I don't answer hypotheticals. Jade says, can we fix Donald Duck's house tomorrow? Well, if I remember correctly, Donald Duck doesn't have a house. He has a houseboat. I wonder what it entails to fix it in Disney Dreamlight Valley. I guess we'll see tomorrow. And if it is readily able to do, maybe we shall do that. Tyrone, we're done with multiverses. We're done. The last 2 streams that I played it, basically everyone complained, said it was boring. You know, and support was pretty bad. So it's like, what am I going to do? Literally, my whole audience is telling me they don't want multiverses anymore. It sucks. I invested 3 months of my time into learning it. I really like it. But if my viewing audience doesn't like it, I'm not going to force it on them. And I keep getting feedback every time I play it that it's boring and stop playing it. So I'm not going to fight my audience, you know. Got another tip here. AK did another $5 tip. He says, man, I thought that was a trout. I was so hype. Yeah, it was giant, right? And I was going to be a trout. Nope, it was a big old salmon. So thank you very much for your tip. Here's your animation. Thank you. What's going to happen is this is going to become way more streamlined and smooth the more I get used to it. You know, I just started doing this yesterday, manually doing everything. But once I get used to doing it, it's not going to be a big deal anymore. You know, I'll just get used to doing everything manually. It'll be no big change. Cheetah Man said, ever see the movie Slam and Salmon? I did, and I did not like it. So, did anyone ever see the movie Super Troopers back in the day? I saw that movie. I thought it was absolutely hilarious. I thought the movie was really well written, over the top, crazy funny. I loved it. It's one of my favorite movies of like the 2000s, I think. So that team went on to make some more movies. The next movie they made was called Club Dread, and it was completely different. Even though it was a funny comedy, it was about a murder mystery. It was supposed to be like a parody of a slasher horror film, and it ended up being really entertaining. So I really liked that one too, even though it was very different. I actually enjoyed it. Then they started making others that I didn't really see, but the one I saw next was Slammin' Salmon, and it was many years later. So I don't know, you know, what happened with these guys in the meantime or whatever. But basically, I start watching this movie, and I'm like, same actors. You know, what it is this group of guys who make these movies. I forget what they're called. They have a name, but basically, it's the same group of actors, and they make completely different movies, but they play different characters. So, for example, it's like an anthology. Ever seen, you know, American Horror Story, where every season it's completely different characters, but it's the same actors playing different roles? That's essentially what these guys do. They make a series of movies that are all different, but they play different characters in each one. It's the same guys, though. So, Slam and Salmon, I'm like, all right, these are the same guys who did Super Troopers, the same guys who did Club Dread, and I like both those movies. There's no way I'm not going to like this. I fucking hated that movie. Broken Lizard, they're called Broken Lizard. There you go. I thought the movie was atrocious. I didn't laugh once. I'm serious. And that's sad because I really thought that they were some of the more interesting comedy guys and unique writers in that decade of the 2000s. And when I watched that movie, I was like, I don't know what happened. It's like they forgot how to be funny. I don't know. Maybe, you know what it is maybe lightning strikes once, lightning strikes twice, but maybe eventually you just run out of ideas. Like, just the premise isn't very funny. Like, listen to the premise of Super Troopers, okay? A bunch of state troopers that are underfunded and in danger of being shut down are in competition with the local cops to try to shut down a drug ring, and so there's hilarious antics that ensue as they basically try to, like, prank each other and stop each other from being the ones to stop crime. Kind of a funny premise, right? Club Dread. Everyone goes to a tropical island to have a fun vacation. And it involves a lot of drinking, a lot of partying. Even celebrities are supposed to be there. Like, there's someone who's supposed to be like a parody of Jimmy Buffett, the musician. But there's a slasher killer on the island out to get them all. So they have to find a way to figure out who it is and then survive. It's an interesting premise, right? The premise of the Slam and Salmon is it's a fucking restaurant where they serve fish and it's like in danger of being closed or something. It's like, what the hell is that? Who cares about that? It's just so boring. Okay. Let's see here. I got another tip. Thank you guys for the tips so far tonight. This one is from Snorlax King. He says, good evening. Hope you're doing well. I'm excited for Disney tomorrow and Overwatch 2 this week. If it's not too personal to ask, how do you feel about True Love and Destiny? How do you know Kat was the one? Love at first sight or some made up BS? The way I see it, I think it's different for everyone. I don't think there's a universal truth to it. Because if there was, right? If there really was a universal truth to figure out, oh, who's your perfect soulmate or whatever. Wouldn't it be well documented? Wouldn't everyone be using this formula to figure it out, right? I don't think that there is. It might be different for every single person. You know, for me, with my wife, when I met her and started, you know, having meaningful conversations with her about life, about all kinds of stuff, our past, and so we had a lot of similarities of things that we'd been through in our lives. And, you know, basically a lot of, how can I say? You could talk to someone, you could tell they have never gone through the life experiences you've gone through, so they can maybe, what's the word? I always get sympathy and empathy confused. They can have some sympathy for you when you tell them your story, but they can't have empathy because they haven't been through it. With the case of Kat, when we met each other and we started talking, we realized we were, you know, we have very similar interests. We went through a lot of shit that's very similar. We kind of come from things that are kind of, you know what I'm saying? Like, it jives. It's not like two completely different people, which is good. You want to have stuff in common. At the same time, we also have things that are completely different. Really. Like, I'm a super analytical, logical, must plan out everything kind of guy. She's definitely way more of an emotional person, which is a good thing. A lot of the times, I swallow my emotions and don't let them be known, while she's the kind of person that lets her emotions flow. It's very different, you see? But, yeah, that's what I mean. Like, when I met her, I just basically, over the course of talking with her, and hanging out with her and spending time with her, it just clicked. And I just knew it. And it was the only time in my life I ever felt that. Sure, I had had other relationships in the past. This is the only time in my life that I felt this is definitely it. This is the one. This is, you know, someone who I want to be with the rest of my life with. This is the right person for that. So there you go. Thank you for the tip. Thank you for the tip, the Snorlax King. And of course, I owe you this. You guys really like the Here's Johnny, the Here's Philly animation, don't you? You just keep tipping $5 to see it over and over. You can't get enough of it. You guys are out of control. Okay. I believe there was a super chat. Snorlax King also did a super chat. You know, a lot of people are saying that the comedy is dead and dying now. I mean, I think comedy's been dying for a long time. For me, I grew up in the 80s and 90s, and if you look at comedy, right, you would ask me, who are the great comic creators of all time? And I would say Mel Brooks, and I would say comics like Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, Harold Ramis, John Candy, you know what I'm saying? Like that group of people, the Belushi brothers, and I would say the 90s, you know, guys like Seinfeld, Chris Rock, those guys who are amazing stand-ups and then can convert those into movies and things, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's some really funny people out there, and then what ended up happening was everything changed. You know, in the 2000s, comedy just became stupid. It was, instead of being like intelligent or witty or sarcastic, it just became, what's the dumbest thing ever? Like, if you want the perfect, absolute 100% example of that, you got to see that movie with Will Ferrell. What's it called? It's the one where he's the one where he's famous, like, we're going streaking, and he's running. He's an old dude running through the streets streaking, even though he's like in his 40s or 50s or whatever, the character. That is the dumbest fucking movie, like, ever. It's so old school. Everyone loved that movie. Now, I watched it and I thought it was funny, but I was like, it's funny because it's so dumb. And the fact that people think it's intelligently funny is stupid to me. Like, there's no intelligent humor in that movie. Earmuffs! And isn't that also the one, you're my boy, Blue, you're my boy, Blue? You know? Or like the fucking, exactly, it's college humor. Exactly right. And the funny part is, alright, every once in a while that's okay, but literally that's what all humor was like in the that's like what all humor was in the 2000s. It was all that kind of humor. And I was like, what happened to the intelligent, witty, sarcastic, you know, humor? The improv, people playing off of each other, or the, well, like, Jerry Seinfeld had always these interesting, well thought out arguments and thoughts that he did in his comedy, right? Or watch the movie Ghostbusters, or Stripes, where you got Bill Murray, who is improv playing off of all the other actors in the movie, and it's like art. It really is like fine art seeing this comedy take place. Right? And then you see, we're going streaking, fucking naked dude right down the street. It's like, what the fuck is this? This is supposed to be funny. So, yeah, so everything changed in the 2000s, and I don't think it ever came back, quite frankly. Like, I don't think I really enjoyed comedy content in a very long time. I can't strain the line at all. If I strain the line, I'm losing this. I think this is another salmon, by the way. And if I strain the line, it's gone. So I have to take my insane amount of time to do this. Little Crow did a super chat and says, I don't think it's going stupid. I think censorship is and being offended. Well, that's today. You're talking about the difference between... I'm talking about the 2000s. In the 2000s, you went from more intelligent humor to just dunce humor. Serious. Oh, see, it is another Chinook salmon, just a lot smaller than the other one. Cool. But now you're talking about, in the modern day, yeah. Now you're talking about, like, woke humor. You're talking about some, oh, can't offend anyone style humor. I know. Things have changed yet again since then. But I really think it was the 2000s where things went downhill, quite frankly. Okay, so that was Little Crow? Hold on, I gotta get caught up on all my shout-outs now. That was Little Crow. Thank you for the super chat, Little Crow. How'd you like that Resident Evil animation? Alright, thank you, Little Crow. 30 bucks a tip so far tonight, guys. Good pacing. If we're gonna hit that $100 goal and add a lure to the hat, this is pretty good pacing. Thank you to everyone who's supporting in any way tonight. It would be great to hit that. We had a slow stream earlier of Evil Within. It's really weird. I thought for sure you guys would be down for like for survival horror this month. And so you guys voted for Evil Within. I'm playing it, and the streams aren't doing badly, don't get me wrong, but I thought it would be doing better, and really honestly, I just said it, the freaking Earthbound streams have been doing better than the freaking Evil Within streams. I'm like, what is going on? I don't know. I can't predict anything anymore. I give up at some point. I don't know. But yeah, so that's what I mean. Like tonight would be great. We could hit the tips goal and get a new lure added to the hat, and that way it would definitely help me a lot tonight if we could do that. So thank you. We got 2 more super chats that came in, or do we have one? No, we have one from X Shooter. He says, "Do you like Tropical Thunder? That movie had me laughing." I saw it once, and being that I only saw it once, and it was relatively around the time it came out, I think it was when it had just gone on demand at home. I don't really remember it that well. If I remember correctly, I think I thought it was funny, but it wasn't like laugh out loud, oh my god, over the top funny. You know what I'm saying? Like every time I watch one of those movies from the 80s, Blues Brothers, Ghostbusters, Stripes, Animal House. Remember Animal House? I think that was the late 70s, but you watch those movies, every time you watch them, you can't help but crack up. Every fucking time. I love watching those movies. And then that movie's like, nah, okay, there's a few funny parts, but whatever. Like I don't feel like it used to be how it used to be. Aaron, there's no stream elements way to tip anymore. You just use the new link by using the tips command, and actually it goes direct to PayPal, and I manually shout out and play animations for you. The stream elements is out of the picture and will be forever. I'm not using. I've decided after all the trouble I had the last year and a half with these third-party, payment animation bullshit things that keep happening. I said, fuck this. I'm not going to bother doing another one. I'm just going to do it myself. Okay. Yeah, I know, because what happened is a lot of people favorite it. A lot of people favorited my tips page, so they would come to the stream, they liked it, they would just click the favorite button, tip, and they're like, wait a minute, it's not there anymore. Yeah, it's gone. You have to use the new link, and you'll be good to go. If you are going to tip me, Aaron, be sure to put your name into the tip so I know it's you. Okay, say, hey, this is Aaron, and blah, blah, blah. Or if you don't want to go by Aaron, want to be anonymous, say, hey, this is an anonymous tipper, blah, blah, blah. Okay? Definitely take blah, blah, blah. Okay. What is that glitch? There's another one of those glitchy fish standing straight up. Okay. The command didn't work? Did it not work because people spammed it? Hold on. There it is. It's right there. It worked that time. You gotta be patient with Nightbot. Nightbot's getting old just like me. Nightbot's a geezer. Nightbot is a fucking geezer, and he's very slow to react, just like me. Expand Dong says your audience is different. Multiverse is the #1 fighting game right now. I know. Splatoon is the #1 game in Japan. I know. But an unpopular game like Earthbound resonates more. I wonder how people will react to Overwatch. I don't know. And the thing is, here's the thing. When I played Overwatch in 2016, oh, that's a big fish. I really liked it, but it did not resonate with my whole audience. Some people really enjoyed it and some didn't. And what happened was that the more I played it, it grew on people. But then after me playing it even longer, people got tired of it. So I don't know. We'll see. At the very least, I hope we'll get some longevity out of it. Maybe at least a few weeks. Oh my god, this is beautiful. Do you see this fish? It's a new one. Could this be a rainbow trout? I don't think I've ever caught this before. It is gorgeous. Did you see the colors on it? That's really sweet. I haven't seen Lost. I saw the whole show. Start to finish. Loved it at first, hated it at the end. Just like everybody else. Jay says he's also wearing a Stone Cold shirt tonight. We're fellow Stone Cold fans. There you go. Shout out to the Stone Cold fans out there. Here we go. This thing is really cool. Look, it's pink. It's yellow. It's metallic. It's a really cool fish. Spectre says, you know, at least in Overwatch 2, it's free this time. So if you end up playing it and dropping it within a few weeks because people don't like it or you don't like it, there's no risk. True. Very true. Wow, he's a fighter. I'm trying to reel him in very carefully, and he is just not coming over. Look. It's a gorgeous fish. I absolutely want to catch it. Come on. Come on, you're unique. Aaron, it's exactly the same as before. However, when you use the tip, it would be. It's literally identical. The only difference is it goes straight to my PayPal rather than at Stream Elements. So there's no third party looking at anything. It's just me. That's it. It's identical. Nothing else should be changed. Come on. Yes. Whoa, that's cool. That's definitely a salmon, but look at the coloring. A coho salmon. 29-pounder. That is pretty. That is a pretty fish. Wow. I got some good ones so far tonight. So I was correct. Eric says, yes, I was correct about that. You're my boy blue quote. It was Will Feller's character who yells that out at the funeral in Old School. There you go. Look at that. All right. It's pretty good catches. I feel like I should stay here. I feel like there's a lot of fish here. I should just keep trying here, right? Just chillin' said cue Judy Garland singing Somewhere Over the Rainbow. I thought it was a rainbow trout at first because of its coloration, but no, coho salmon. That's absolutely disgusting. I'm sorry. Little Crow did a Super J said, what's sad, we went from Airplane in the 1980s to Scary Movie and Austin Powers in the 90s to then real big cringe and toilet humor in the 2000s. Like day movie, epic movie. No, that's what I'm saying. You're absolutely right. I feel like the 2000s was the downfall of comedy. It literally went from, here's something that's either parody or witty or even intended to be funny and planned to, this is just stupid. Let's just toss as much stupid shit at you at once. Even, you know what? Now, I know this is going to sound stupid, because it will. Look at Adam Sandler. Even Adam Sandler, when he started movies like Happy Gilmore, Billy Madison, right? His earlier films are, even though they're dumb, they're still more interesting. All right? They're still more interesting than the shit that comes out today. Seriously. They're way more interesting. Anything that he put out in the 2000s, all those movies sucked. Really. Maybe 50 First Dates was the one movie that was the exception. You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't know. All right, I received a $12 tip from Snorlax King. Thank you, Snorlax King. He says, you see, apparently Sony and Guerrilla Games are working on a remaster of Horizon Zero Dawn. Yes, I did see that. Is it will be a trend we'll see from Sony moving forward after Last of Us Part 1? Yes, because people bought it, so they're just going to keep doing it. That's exactly what I said when Last of Us 1 Remastered came out. Weird choices for remake projects lately. Where's the love for Infamous, Bloodborne, or Sly Cooper? I really hope people get behind Overwatch 2, because I'm getting hyped for it. I think it'll be a fun to play and watch. Yeah, the Bloodborne fans are pissed. I started seeing posts during the break here. Bloodborne fans are legitimately incensed at this. They're like, dude, Horizon? The fucking game isn't old. The game, you know what I mean? And by the way, it has a 4K 60 frame per second version running on PS4. It does. And that already runs on PS5. Why the fuck do you need another version of Horizon? So people are going absolutely crazy for this. They're really angry at this. And I don't blame them. There's so many games that could use love and attention, and instead they just keep pumping out. You know what it is? Do you want to know why? Because it's easy to do it. What it is, you know what they call it? They call it low-hanging fruit. That's exactly what they call it in business, all right? So you can remake other games that are more difficult to remake. You know what I mean? You can, and by the way, Little Crow should be up here. You could remake Bloodborne, but that's tougher. Why? Because Bloodborne was PS4, never ran at 60 frames. In fact, some people have even said that the game is limited purposefully to 30 frames. If you run it at 60, it glitches out. You'd have to completely recode it from the ground up. Same thing by increasing resolution. Same thing. It would fuck the game up. It was like made specifically to run in a certain way. That's why it's frame locked, even on PC, right? When people fuck with the game on PC and do shit to it, it's frame locked. They can't get it out of that frameage that it's in. They can't get it to run above like 60 frames. It just gets stuck at 30, or it glitches and doesn't work. So that being said, here's the thing: low-hanging fruit. Oh, wait a minute. We already have a game on PS4 and PS5. It runs at 4K and 60 frames. But since people literally just rebought The Last of Us 1, which really wasn't much of any kind of effort to put out, what we can do is we can literally do exactly what we did with that game. Take the accessibility features from Horizon 2 and put them into Horizon 1. Take the graphics from Horizon 2 and put them into Horizon 1. This is easy work. We won't need to crunch or grind. Minimal effort, minimal investment, big profits because people are dumb and they buy it again. They literally just did this with Last of Us 1. They're just going to do it again. So I just got done a month ago saying this. I said, this is the case where if people set a bad precedent, you will have consequences for those actions. If people run out in droves and buy The Last of Us 1 remake, remastered, remake mastered, and it sells tons, Sony will see this as evidence that you want it for other easy to remaster games, and they're just going to keep doing it. You won't get the games you want. You won't get new original games. You won't get the games that you want that are harder to remaster. You'll just get the easy shit over and over. You know what I'm saying? So there you go. Thank you for the tip. Another tip just came through. AK just did me $13. Says, will you play AEW Fight Forever when it comes out? First of all, it's the biggest tip of the day. I should start playing animations because these are all $10 animations, by the way. Here we go. I don't know, and here's why I say that. I've been looking at it, and it just doesn't look good to me. Like, it looks to me like, it definitely looks to me. We're not $12, we're $42. So now we're at $55, by the way. I totally did the math wrong. We're definitely at $55 in tips right now. That's my fault. I've been looking at it, and it just doesn't look good. The graphics don't look good. The characters look like they're almost deformed or roided, which is really fucking weird for a game. It's supposed to be like realistic wrestling, and they look weird. The animations are wonky, jarring. They're not smooth at all. It's very jittery. And that's what they're actually showing at like Tokyo Game Show. They're showing this jittery gameplay as an example of what the game is going to be. That's not even like, oh, this is our polished, finished product that maybe is even better representation than what the game will be because we want to show it off. This is like they're showing this jittery mess at Tokyo Game Show. And it's funny because some people are like, well, it's supposed to play like the WWE No Mercy game. I don't care. I never played it. I didn't play an N64 game of wrestling. I don't have that nostalgic feeling about it. I want a game that looks good. You know, if I'm gonna spend a lot of money on a wrestling game, I want the characters to look realistic. And by the way, this is the second animation for the $10 tip now, so I'll play it again. You know, I feel like I want my money's worth. And to me, when I look at that game, that screams to me kind of amateurish game development. And you can disagree, that's fine. If you're looking for some kind of an experience that you feel that game will give you, because it's like No Mercy, I guess that's fine. I don't even know what No Mercy is. I never played it. So to me, I don't have that feeling. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay, thank you for the tips, everyone. So we're $55 in tips. Gunner glasses have gone on. We're more than halfway to the hat goal and adding a new lure tonight, which I hope that we can do. Oh my goodness. You guys have a lot to talk about tonight. We've got Spawn Killer did a super chat. He says, what about Spaceballs, Odd Couples, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles? All those are good. Spaceballs is great. Odd Couples great. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles is great. All great movies. All great comedies. Yes. I like them all. Okay. Oh. Excuse me. Yes, I think that Monty Python has good humor. I like their movies in particular. If they're going to remake a game, it should be a major improvement over the original. Whether it was a great concept with poor execution or something years old that would really wow fans. The way that I see it is if you're going to remake a game, there has to be a need for it, right? What's the need to remake the original Horizon when they literally just came out with a version on PS5 that's 4K and 60 frames? What's the need? Okay, accessibility. Okay, fine. Release an accessibility patch for it. Don't resell it again, the same fucking game for full price, because they will. I guarantee you this is going to be like $70. And people will buy it because they're just dumb. I don't know what else to say. They are creating a bad precedent and a bad market that we don't want, you know? Okay. Okay, guys. We're halfway through tonight's stream. Thank you all for the support. I don't know what happened to Aaron. Aaron was trying to tip, apparently, and he says, user not found. Obviously, that's not possible because everyone else is tipping. So either you have a unique situation where your cookies are screwed up and it's reloading an old page, or you're full of it. You could be one or the other. I don't know. I'm not saying either, but earlier today we had someone else who was completely full of it too, trying to waste my time. So, all right. Very nice. We are halfway through tonight's stream. I hope you guys are having a good time with me.